lovelies, I hope you're all well. Today is not going to be a makeup tutorial but a hair tutorial, and I'm going to show you how to create this volumized, shiny, kind of curly wavy look using the Babyliss Big Hair tool. I guess you could say this look is somewhat Kate Middleton inspired just because she loves that whole big, healthy, shiny hair with the softly curled ends, just a lot of movement, and it doesn't look too stiff. Really natural but really pretty, and also very simple to do. I was sent this for review a few months ago, but I have been using it all the time, and it's pretty much my go-to thing for my hair just because it's so quick and so simple. I've just washed my hair with the VO5 volumizing shampoo, and then I've put in a couple of products. I don't like to add too many products to my hair normally because I feel like it weighs it down and it's really not very good for your hair to have too much on it. But recently I've been using the VO5 Miracle Concentrate. This is a really great oil. It contains argan oil and it smells absolutely delicious. It makes my hair feel really soft and really conditions the ends. And you only need a few drops. I mean, I've been using this for 2 weeks every time I wash my hair, and you can see that I've hardly used any, so I'm really loving this product. And then to just get a little more volume at the roots, I added the Aveda Phomollient, which is a styling foam with honey. And for the rest of my hair, just to protect it from the heat and to create a little bit of smoothness as well, I've used the Semme Thermal Creations Blow Dry Potion. This is a really lovely lotion, just looks like a white cream, but it's not at all sticky like a lot of hair products. You can see I rub it in. It's basically feels almost like a moisturizer, and you can also use it after you've finished your hair. I really like it. It's really lightweight, and it also protects from heat styling up to 230 degrees, so that's all good. Now the tool I'm going to be using today is the Babyliss Big Hair brush. Yeah, it looks quite big, but it's actually not too heavy. It's pretty bulky, but I find with a lot of hair curlers as well, my hands kind of get tired after a while, like sitting there curling. This is actually not as heavy as it looks. And basically what it does is you switch it on, and the hot air comes through, and there's little vents here. Sorry, I have a lot of hair trapped in there that I can't get out. And then you have the brushes here, and after you've turned it on, it spins around 2 different ways. I know when I put it on you can't really hear me talking, so I'm just going to explain to you what I'm going to do. Normally I'd kind of clip off the top section of my hair and start with the bottom. I'd say my hair's about 90% dry. You want a little bit of dampness. You don't want it to be 100% dry because you don't want to dry your hair out as you're styling it. And then pick sections like you would for blow drying. So, you know, not too fat, but you don't want to spend all day doing this. So what I'm going to do when I switch it on is turn it on and then go underneath here and spin it outwards so that it's not kind of going into my hair, but it's going through my hair like this. At the same time, this will spin. But as I said, of course, when I switch it on, it's so loud that you can't really hear what I'm saying. So here we go. You can see it spinning through my hair. And then you can also spin the other way to smooth the top. And at the ends, what I like to do is just put the mid-length through, flip my end over. Because my hair's long, you probably won't need to do this if you have shorter hair. Just flip the end over, and then as it spins, it will create a really nice flick. You can also leave it in and just let it hold, almost like a hot roller. As the hot air's coming out, it is getting hot, so you only need to do it for a few seconds. And then you have a really lovely, smooth, blow-dried piece of hair with a lovely little bit of curl on the end. Of course, you can keep it on longer to create more curl, but it's never going to create tight curls, just that little bit of a flick. And I'm just going to go do that with a few more pieces. And I'm just going to do that with the whole bottom section because I know how annoying the sound is to hear. So I'm just going to do the same thing with the bottom section and come back so you can see what I've done. So I've just done the bottom sections, and you can see how smooth they look, and it also has a nice little bit of movement at the bottom, a little bit of a flick. So that took me a couple of minutes. I mean, when I first started, it took me a while to get the hang of it, but now I kind of know which way it's going to spin. When you first obviously get this, you do need a little bit of practice. Also, as it spins around, sometimes hair can get caught in the little ridge here, so you have to be careful and try and tilt it upwards so that the hair is going up. But I'd say after about 2 uses, I was really confident using it, and now it takes me about 10 minutes to do my whole head, even when my hair is pretty damp. So I think that's really good and really easy to do in the morning, especially if you have something like a fringe or bangs, if you're from America. You can just kind of blow dry your fringe really quickly, and you don't have to really bother with lots of brushes and holding your hair dry. You just put it through, whiz it through, and it's all nice and smooth. So I'm just going to show you how I do the top sections now. Just brush them forward, and then I sometimes put it in like this and spin it round so you get that root lift, and then also underneath and spin it forward. Then you can also leave it in just like a hot roller, just to give it a little bit of heat. And you can see immediately how that's got a lot of bounce, but it's also made it much shinier. By the way, I'm doing this video with my built-in iSight camera on my computer just because my desk is quite narrow, so I couldn't get my camera far enough to capture everything. So I'm sorry if the quality isn't as good as normal. As you can see, my hair's naturally very frizzy, so it does take me a little bit of time to get it nice and smooth by running it through, but I have a lot of hair, so I'm not going to bore you and do it all on camera. I'm just going to carry on doing the same thing all the way around my head and come back as before and show you the finished look. I've just finished blow drying my hair, and this is the finished look. You can see it's really smooth. There are a few flyaways, but that can be solved in a minute. And then I'll just show you the ends. Really nice and bouncy, lots of volume. I'm sure Kate Middleton would be a total fan of this. Who needs an army of hairstylists when you've got yourself and 10 minutes of time? Yeah, so I really like this tool. I find it so much easier to use than traditional blow drying, just because you don't need to fiddle around with things. I'm just going to confess, I'm really not that good at blow drying my hair. It's long and my arms get tired going all the way to the ends. You don't need to do all this, you can just hold it and it does all the work for you. Plus, normally to get a really nice curl at the end, like this, I would have to tong the ends. Whereas with this, you know, it creates them really effortlessly and it lasts really well. So you can add a little bit of shine spray to finish this. I'm going to add Phil Smith Xtreme Trial Xtravagant Hairspray. So normally add a little bit of that all over, and then also to keep the volume in, I just spray a touch at the root, just kind of pump it up a little bit, and this really helps to keep the volume in there. Since my hair is so long, it does sometimes go flat towards the end of the day, so if I'm going out for the evening and I really want that volume, then normally I would use something like this VO5 Give Me Texture powder. And basically what it is, unsurprisingly, is a little powder, just a white powder, and as you rub on your fingers it kind of turns into something kind of, I don't know how to describe it, really matte and slightly sticky. And what you do with this, either you can put it on your hands, but what I normally do is just take a little bit and put it right on my hair, in there, in the root, and then you just kind of massage it in, and it gives you instant texture and hold. So as your hair starts going flat during the day, you can kind of massage it back up. It just gives you that lift because it's creating that kind of matte texture at the root. So that's also a really good one if you have really fine silky hair. That can really help to make the volume last. Yeah, I hope you're all having a good week and enjoy the bank holiday if you're in England and celebrated the royal wedding. Oh, I cried so much. It was very emotional, lots of fun. I have lots of updates on my blog if you want to check it out, of what I wore, what I did, and even the photo that we managed to get of the lovely couple driving off from Buckingham Palace. So thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and I shall see you soon. Bye!